The Sisu next.
Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the 2018 Lasnai here in Onondaga. We're at the Onondaga Fieldhouse. I'm Steven Stamp, and we are ready to roll. It is the LaserSharks Neon against LCC Radotin from Czech Republic, and I will let you guess which team is called Neon. Now, I should tell you, they're the ones in the neon green jerseys. Graham Bergsma with the ball, wins the faceoff, tries to make the pass down low, skips away, but they do maintain possession. Shot from the outside by Joe Williams. No, Joe Williams is going to hang on to it. Thought he was loading up to shoot. There's Bergsma stepping across the top. Jakub Vimala picks him up. It's knocked down by Vimala. Bergsma is going to play back against him. Vimala is a force out on the floor. And Dominik Peszek, speaking of forces, one of the leading scorers in this tournament. That shot, though, does not get through. It is stopped by Stefan Schroeder. Long outlet pass from his knees, connects with Jimmy Fay. Fay picked up by Martin Hodania. Flips it behind him to Eli Dandino. Dandino double teamed. Jaworski was all over him, tosses up top. They've got 10 left on the shot clock, and Dave Sakrosi will move it across. There's a shot right tight by Dandino, but it's turned aside by Jakub Marish. Little tuck move by Sakrosi. It pops away from him. Mason Pogue has the ball. Now he passes over to Eli Dandino. Dandino skip pass. Shot for the far side goes wide. 12 on the shot clock. Dandino tries to control the ball. He gets it. It's away from Martin Schroeder. Through the middle, doesn't get there. It is snagged cleanly by Miroslav Polak. Polak leaves it there, rolling it for Lushkot. Lushkot and Popia trying to sell the hidden ball trick, not working, so they do throw it over to Popia now. Pick and roll, but Jacek wasn't quite able to get that one. Korstal with 10 on the shot clock moves it across. There's Lushkot for Jacek. The Czechs well known for their ball movement, and here we're seeing plenty of it. Ball up top to Popia, 8 on the shot clock. Behind GLE, give and go. Nice save by Schroeder. It's right underneath his knee. LaserSharks start with possession heading up the floor. That one almost got through Marish. It just trickles by the far side of the net. Penalty coming to the LaserSharks. Vimala on the run will pull up and toss it back up to Marte Barak. Barak takes the give and go pass, ducks to the middle, thought about having a shot, wasn't there. Throws it back out to Peszek. Hard pass, backdoor. Prohashka gets the shot off, but got it too far over to the middle of the net, lands right in the chest of Stefan Schroeder. It's a slashing penalty. Looks like Joe Williams heading off. At least he's the one, yeah, he's discussing it with Andrew Ecclestone. They agree to disagree, and the Czech Republic, or sorry, the LCC Radotin from the Czech Republic will go on the power play. There's another penalty coming. Is that collision along the boards? It's going to be illegal cross check. This one coming to Petr Popia. So we're 4-on-4, lots of space out there. These guys to move around. Oh, it's a checking from behind call, not a illegal cross check. Very similar indication. Bergsma with the pass across floor, but Croce just couldn't quite handle it. Tipped off the top of his stick and up into the mesh. LaserSharks will take the pass. Czechs are on the short-handed situation now as Williams has been released. Yashik over to Kostal. Ball's turned over, and LaserSharks going on a run. There's a running shot and a falling shot that almost got through as well. That was Vin Curran ripping it. He's been sensational for LaserSharks throughout the tournament. Peshek with the hop step. The crow step, crow hop is what folks like to call it. Ball kicked along the boards. We are at even strength. We're almost 6 minutes in with no goals coming, but there is another penalty. It'll be the third in short order. So LaserSharks are going to wait and get 6 attackers out. Schroeder is at the bench. They've got 20 on the shot clock. Lots of time to work with. Still running some guys out. They've actually only got 4 out there. 5 out there now. They need 1 more. There he comes. Three to shoot. Pass it to the far side, skips away. They're not going to generate any chance there, but they will have a chance on the man advantage. Find out who 7 is for LaserSharks. Bergsma at the top of the power play. They're down low. Popia with the slashing call. Pressure from Vimala. Down low, nice spinning shot by Brendan Murphy, but the save by Marsh. And he pounces on that loose ball. And the Czechs clearing man out of their area. And Brendan Murphy, nice pat on the back there from Miloslav Pola. Vimala to Kostal. Yashik will take it. They've got 17 to kill. 2 seconds more than that on the shot clock, so they can effectively waste away the rest of this penalty. LaserSharks running the floor. They got it back, but aren't going to be able to take advantage before the Czechs are released, and we are back to even strength. On the run, driving to the net, tucking it home. What a finish for Dominic Peshek. You think of Peshek for the shooting, the cutting inside, but that is some blazing speed down the far side for Peshek. And he tucks it over the shoulder of Schroeder. First goal of the game, just past the midway point of the first period here at the 2018 Lasnai in Onondaga Nation. Presented by Nike. Our thanks to Nike for making the Lasnai tournament possible. This is a great event. It is taking off year by year. I've been here for all 3 of these. We're up to 34 teams this year, and I mean, there are growing pains in anything, but boy, this is an exciting just gathering of lacrosse, and it is just getting better as the weekend goes, and teams are getting playing teams. Other teams are closer and closer to their competitive level. We're seeing some tight lacrosse. We just had an overtime game. There's a release by Pogue, trying to catch Marsh unaware. Didn't quite work, but they do get a fresh 30, but then it is stripped by Jupai. He'll just roll the ball ahead, picked up there by Prohashka. He's gonna wait for his cohort. Gives it to Lushkot. Yashik. Popia has had a couple of penalties, spins off the check, and he's gonna draw one this time. Got the loose hand off the ball. It's Vin Curran. He's hopping mad as he bounces up, but had one hand on the stick, checking him, and the other hand released, grabbed him, and kind of spun the player. May have looked worse than it was because I think his momentum was already carrying in that direction, but anytime the player gets spun with the direction you're pulling, that's going to happen. Rob Clark is on camera. He's laughing. It's true, right, Rob? You spin the guy, you get called. He nods. Rob's a long-time referee and a good one. Well, an okay one. Stefan Schroeder hops on that loose ball after making the save. Passes it out. Nice pass to get it through. And on the run is Sam Milks. He will milk the clock here, killing as much time as he can. And I promise that's the only time I'll use that pun. Pass over by Jimmy Fay. Gets it back. And the 30 expires. And everybody on the floor just looks up at the clock. And I think the refs are going to have to try and figure out exactly when they wanted a reset. Clearly 30 seconds have not elapsed. So they're going to set it up, put the appropriate amount of time back on the 30. LaserSharks have 3 seconds on the shot clock. They'll lob it into the corner. And now 6 seconds remaining on the penalty to Curran. Vimala will trot up, and that will basically kill it, and it is. Vic Curran is back on the floor. He immediately goes to pick up Yashik. Loshkot will wait for his cohort. Peshik. Nice feed through. There on the back door, Skostel. Oh, sells the high fake hard. Has Schroeder up on his toes and then brings it back down knee high just inside the post. Brilliant finish by Skostel. It's 2-0. A couple of lovely goals. First, the Peshik floater on the run over the shoulder, and then the high to low from Skostel. And usually Skostel being almost my height, he's got to be around 6'6" or so. That's pretty high to pretty low when you change that up. Tomasz Sipai for the Czech Republic, but Bergsma pulls it away from him on the faceoff. Matej Barak zips in to his best Kyle Buchanan imitation. There's a drive to the net. Nobody takes Barak, but Schroeder bails everybody out. And the fresh 30, Peshik. Kostel feeds it through. That's Popia. It's tipped on the way through. Actually winds up hitting Matej Barak in the back. Kostel is posted up in the post and takes a big whack. The cutter. Nice save by Schroeder. The Czechs are starting to generate all kinds of scoring opportunities here. Schroeder has been pretty much equal to the task. Just the 2 goals getting by him so far. We've got 2:35 to go in the first half here at the Lasnai. We're creeping toward the championship round. These are teams that are in the next group, both having lost a game so far in the tournament. Oh, there's a rip. A little sidestepping blast from Dave Sakrosi. Finds a spot. There's plenty of talent on the LaserSharks. And they used it to get their first goal of the game. 2-1. LCC Radotin is ahead. Bergsman needed to have a chat with some of his teammates. Now he's ready to face off against Sipai. Bergsman, great clamp, but he comes out and teammate's not there to scoop it up. He kind of looks to the sky for a moment. Peshik going underneath. Fighting through the check from Milks. Shot is deflected. Schroeder grabs it as it rockets off the boards. Oh, ricochets, maybe not rockets. That pass gets by Bergsma, but Milks was there, can't handle it. Here come the Czechs on the run. Hodania was looking for Peshik, but there were 2 neon jerseys between them, so he wisely pulls it out and gives it off to Prohashka. Peshik on his offside. He's going to let it rip. Schroeder with the save. There, that had a chance as he got it going far side. That pass doesn't connect. Not sure if it was headed for Peshek. Not going to go back as Prohashka takes it. It was angled pretty sharply. Peshek will get it with 20 still on the shot clock. Actually, it's going to bounce off the boards after the collision, but he does eventually get it. Prohashka fires one between the legs. I believe that was Pogue, the defender, Mason Pogue. Oh, and that just wasn't enough of a pass. So Barak picks it up, gets it off to Vimala. He thought about going in. I wouldn't mind him just taking a go there, putting his shoulder down, but probably wise. There were 3 LaserSharks in the general vicinity. Coach Dahl to Popia. First man there is Eli Dandino, and he whips one the length of the floor just as the first half comes to a close. It is 2-1. Another low-scoring game here. LCC Radotin ahead. We'll take a break. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the 2018 LASNI, brought to you by Nike.
What is the future of sport? The next evolution of athlete? Well, we hypothesize that athletes will develop the sixth sense, if you will, extremely heightened instincts. If you look across the animal kingdom, a sixth sense is innate to many species. With the right tools, our athletes can acquire an inexplicable connection to see without seeing, to feel without feeling, to do things that for thousands of years didn't seem humanly possible.
At Sisu, we take a very scientific approach to making sure our technologically advanced, doctor-developed, scientifically backed, industry-changing mouthguards are the most protective, lightest, talkable, breathable, comfortable, drinkable, removable mouthguards on the planet to guarantee you're protected. No matter what comes your way, the Sisu Next Gen. Sisu, talk, breathe, drink.
Friends to the 2018 LASNI here in Onondaga. I'm Steven Stamp, and it's a 2-1 game. LCC Radotin slightly ahead of LaserSharks Neon. We've got 15 minutes to decide it, or maybe a little more. We went to overtime last game. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know what the overtime procedure was here. I don't recall seeing an overtime game. I thought maybe we'd just go to a shootout, but they went to sudden death overtime. Toronto Tigers with a huge win. So Croce, who had the LaserSharks goal, put plenty behind that one. It just goes off to the far side. Fresh 30 as they get it back. Bergsma up top to Murphy. Bounces it over to Croce. Kind of got away from him. Bergsman's going to feed it down. Nice one, but off the post by Tyler Copen. Vimala on the run. Penalty coming to the LaserSharks. Morris is at the bench, so 6 attackers heading out. A little confusion or just slow to get them out there, but they've still got 14 seconds. Great chance for Yashik. Scores! Crease dive, fakes near, dives and tucks far. Beautiful finish with the extra attacker by Tomas Yashik. And it's 3-1. LCC Radotin just over a minute into the second half. Bergsma and Jipai. Oh, actually, hang on. That's Dominic Jaworski coming in for a face-off. Almost won it. There's going to be a big collision. I think we have a loose ball push called, and LaserSharks Neon will get possession. Croce backpedals the pass across to Bergma. Just tips away from him. He does pick it up off the boards. That one was tipped across, on its way across, but Alex Lindor tracks it down. 3 seconds to shoot, so Mason Pogue lets it go. Tomas Jipai. Kostal. Oh, a cutter. Yashik almost had another one. He is flattened as he goes through. Bimala protects the ball, doesn't step over center, but the 30 does expire, and LaserSharks Neon will take possession. Stay with us all day. We're getting up towards the quarterfinals, happening not too far from now. There's 8 really solid teams in that mix. It's going to be fascinating to see how they work out. Of course, the 2 U.S. teams, pretty high profile among those. The Thompson brothers, Frog Pond, Maulers. There's a shot from Croce, stopped by Marsh. Little shovel pass ahead. Little too far. Schroeder comes flying out. He's an athletic goalie, and you can see that in that place. He races out to get that ball just in time and avoid the hit. Avoid the check and get that ball to his teammate. Now it is loose. But Vin Curran fighting for it. It's going to wind up being a loose ball push. And Bimala just tosses it ahead. That's going to wind up being picked up by Marquise Terrell. Maybe a little ambitious trying to lead Roman Seidel on that play. Pulling back, it looked like Brendan Murphy was a little surprised he was that open. Gonna rush that shot, but it was a good scoring chance. Just not too much trouble for Marsh. Lushcott dropped it for a moment, had to fight just to keep it from going over center. But Kostal all alone, big save by Schroeder. It's right under his left foot. Neon taking their time advancing now. Scrifiano. That's Bergsma. Directing traffic with his head. Backdoor cut, gets it over to Copen, but his pass across crease doesn't quite connect with Sokrosi. May have been better off shooting since Sokrosi was on his offside. Here comes Vimala. They got a man up ahead. Pesek, that's dangerous. Schroeder somehow gets it. May have had some help from his post, and Schroeder immediately passes it out to Bergsma. Schroeder is all over his crease. He was one of the contenders for the U.S. team back in Baltimore at LaxCon during the blue-white scrimmage. Didn't make it to this venue with the U.S. team, but he is showing that he's a pretty solid tender in his own right. Back down in the LaserSharks goal. Battle for the loose ball, and eventually the checks come out with a Seidel. That pass is maybe too far as well. He'll get there. Can't control it with one hand, though. Nobody can control that ball. It is very tricky to pick the ball up with one hand on this carpet if you have to go towards it, if there's no momentum or it's not off the floor, because it's a grabby carpet. It really almost snags the tip of the head of your stick. Bergsma on the run with that shot. Marsh turns it into the corner. Murphy all alone to pick it up. Nice feed through, but Lindor can't quite accept the pass. Marsh with the short outlet this time. Vimala is looking long. He's going long to Pesek, and another chance. Another stop by Schroeder. I would advise the LaserSharks to not keep letting Dominic Pesek go in alone on Schroeder. As good as Schroeder is, Pesek's going to get you. He's just too talented. That shot is blocked. It looked like almost by an arm. Jaworski. Oh, sorry, that's Miroslav Polak. Costal will slow things down. Just want to say hello to all our friends watching from around the world, including over in Czech Republic. A wonderful, wonderful land that it is. Hey, Elia Karaskova, who I messaged. And yes, you should come over and come to this tournament. It's a lot of fun. Schroeder, outlet pass. Yavorski, the first man back, Seidel, another one. Schruta and Hodania, 4 red jerseys before another neon jersey comes off the bench. Good effort by the forwards of the Czechs to just hustle to the bench and get their teammates out. Hodania's stick kind of gets up into the face, and then he hooks down on the arm of Mason Pogue. I think Pogue was thinking maybe something would be appropriate to call there. He'll just adjust his bucket though, no big complaint, and get ready to forecheck. Little pressure, Marsh comes this side, Shipaye. Loshkot to Popia. Barak. Nice pass through the middle. Loshkot stopped by Schroeder. Wow. Radotin could easily have had 3 or 4 goals with all these breakaway chances, but Schroeder has been spectacular in the first half of this second half of play. 7 minutes to go in regulation time. Still just 4 goals on the board. 3 of them by the Czechs. And Yavorski was hoping to get a 4th one for them, but didn't like what he was seeing in transition, so they'll slow it down and set up the offense. 17 seconds to go as they get the rest of their offensive players out. Popia taking his time. Watched there by Curran. Behind the back pass, it's actually tipped away by Bergsma and headed towards and over the net, but it was high enough that it wasn't a danger. Schroeder with the short pass, and Curran's going for a run. Behind the back of the net, Bergsma. Pass out to that sidearm shot by Curran, didn't get through. It's on the back of the mesh. You saw the LaserSharks player looking at the ball. You can reach into the crease and grab the ball, but none of it is on the back of the mesh. So that's why he patiently waited and never did roll down to him. Popia. Watched by Milks. Fights through the pick from Loshkot. Actually, he was more just aware of it and avoided it rather than fighting through. 15 on the shot clock. Popia spins. Milks fell. The pass doesn't get through to Costel. Loshkot with the hard pass. There's a low shot that was tipped and went just past the far side. Time's running out. Barak will rip one. It gets through, and it's going to be grabbed by Costel. He's got to use 2 hands. I'm not sure why he just kicked that ball. Didn't feel he could get his stick down on it, I guess. But Pesek does come up with it. Wrap check by Joe Williams doesn't work. Loshkot, 18 on the shot clock. Costel, sidearm rip off Schroeder straight back to Loshkot. That's a tough break for the LaserSharks. They've got some tired defenders out there at this point. Barak. Pesek takes that one. He just misses it, actually. You can see the LaserSharks neon defenders looking at the shot clock, wondering if it's going to expire. That one actually tipped off one of the defenders and almost got by Schroeder again. But he is just stopping everything that comes at him, whether it's tipped or direct or screen, breakaways. Schroeder has been spectacular. Croce. Looked like that may have hit something on the way in. Penalty coming on the check into the boards. A little discussion amongst the officials to see what they're going to call. And they're going to take an official's timeout, so the clock will stop with 4:08 to go here in the second half. Illegal cross-check is the call. Seneca Marksman coming up in the next game. Not quite sure who they're playing. I believe it's, I don't remember. We'll find out. It'll be good. All the games are getting very competitive as we get further into the tournament with the elimination style, where if you lose, you don't go towards the championship, but you keep going towards positioning. The games just get more and more competitive as we go. Prohashka's shot doesn't get through. Peshek ripped one, but the 30 had just expired. He didn't hear it, but the shot was actually just after the buzzer. The shot was probably at the buzzer. The ball definitely went in afterwards. Perfect call by the officials there. Pretty good job, as these guys are all trying to earn spots and develop themselves for the National Lacrosse League. 10 seconds remaining on the neon penalty. They're going to be able to kill this one and have a second left to generate some offense. Burns will toss it down. Quick little sweep shot. And Radotin will come ahead with less than 3 minutes to go. Final 2 minutes will be stop time. Peshek just lobs it over to Lushkot. Coach Stahl in the middle. Now he gets it to him. Oh, there's a finish by Coach Stahl. Schroeder left all alone again. And this time, Coach Stahl, very similar to his first goal at the other end of the floor, patiently takes a look and goes high to low or high to mid and buries that one just inside the post. It's 4-1. That's a dagger for Radotin and against LaserSharks Neon. Little jousting along the one restraining line. Matej Barak is dancing back and forth, and Alex Scrifiano just wants him to settle down. Vimala comes up with the ball off the possession. Popia. Prohashka. Takes the pass from Peshek. Runs into the corner. Looks at Barak, but he was picked up. So he's going to make the pass up to Lushkot instead. That feed doesn't connect. And we have Bergsma on the run, but Hodania already come off the check bench as one of the forwards had gone early to prevent exactly what Bergsma was hoping to do there. Now he's hoping to get it to Croce, but the pass doesn't connect on the backdoor cut. Feeds through the Bergsma. Doesn't see Vimala coming. Chop on the stick, out of the hands, and Vimala gets possession for LCC Radotin. Radotin, a suburb of Prague, Czech Republic, one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I strongly encourage you to go to the Alice Robeski Memorial in Radotin that happens every April, hosted by this LCC Radotin club, and it is sensational. It is the tournament upon which the Lasnai was based. Scott Neese, Connor Wilson, putting so much work into making this happen. Thank you to them. Thank you to you lacrosse friends for watching. Thank you to Nike for making the tournament possible as the presenting sponsor. Joe Williams driving to the net in the final 30 seconds, hoping to get one back for the LaserSharks. Pass across, bounces off the boards. They've got 8 to get a shot off. Copen. They get one and rings off the post. Tons on that from Dandino. He is chased down by Jipai. Jipai will just pin him against the boards. They battle. Ball is still loose, just 5 seconds to go. Jipai, he has no interest at this point in picking that ball up. He just wants the final few seconds to kick off. They will, and LCC Radotin will emerge with 4-1 victors. And we'll move on upward in the brackets while LaserSharks swim a little bit lower in the rankings. I am Steven Stamp. This is the 2018 Lasnai. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
What is the future of sport? The next evolution of athlete? Well, we hypothesized that athletes will develop the sixth sense, if you will. Extremely heightened instincts. If you look across the animal kingdom, a sixth sense is innate to many species. With the right tools, our athletes can acquire an inexplicable connection to see without seeing, to feel without feeling, to do things that for thousands of years didn't seem humanly possible.
At Sisu, we take a very scientific approach to making sure our technologically advanced, doctor-developed, scientifically backed, industry-changing mouthguards are the most protective, lightest, talkable, breathable, comfortable, drinkable, removable mouthguards on the planet to guarantee you're protected. No matter what comes your way, the Sisu Next Gen. Sisu, talk, breathe, drink.